Hi, everyone, and welcome to the finals of Grand Prix Chicago. The format's modern. My name is Brian David Marshall. I'm joined by Jake Van Lunen, and we are watching Josh Utter-Leyton on your left and with Jacob Wilson on your right, and they are playing a mirror match of the Spirit Jund deck. That was the breakout deck of this tournament.
Definitely. Jacob Wilson led things off with a Deathrite Shaman, and Josh Utter-Leyton answered it with a Lightning Bolt immediately. Really necessary to get that card off the board so it doesn't get active and you don't get your opponent ramping into things like Liliana of the Veil or Bloodbraid Elf. Jacob Wilson tried to continue pressure with Dark Confidant, but Josh Utter-Leyton had another spot removal spell in Abrupt Decay and fired that off right away, preventing Jacob Wilson from getting any card advantage. No white mana searched up for Jacob Wilson. We can be somewhat confident that there is no Lingering Souls in hand for him. Let's see what he has. It's a Liliana of the Veil. It looks like that's going to get ticked up right away. No. Instead choosing to passively leave the Liliana on 3.
Likes his cards.
Yeah, I mean, Josh is on the draw, has more cards. Currently ticking it up does favor Josh, and Jacob doesn't know whether or not Josh has any number of Lingering Souls in hand. And if he does, then Jacob's going to get further behind by taking that Liliana up. So he instead would rather just use his mana efficiently. He knows that the Liliana costs 3 mana. He has 3 lands in play. Probably doesn't have another thing that costs 3 that's aggressive. So here's my Liliana. When you play a guy, I'm going to make you sacrifice it with this Liliana. And I think in many ways, Josh might just be forced to cast a Liliana of his own and trade. That's exactly what happens. So far, we've seen them just trade 1 for 1 over and over again.
Right. It's gonna be like the last 2 for 1 that seals this, right?
Oh yeah, this is going to be really grindy, and Lingering Souls is going to be pretty huge in the grindy matchup. I think Bloodbraid Elf and Lingering Souls are going to be the cards that matter most here.
Always interesting to me as the event's winding down. People sort of dragging their suitcases out. See Mark Tadine, one of the original Magic artists, wheeling his little wheelie bag home while these two guys fight it out. Bloodbraid Elf into Liliana of the Veil.
This is an interesting situation for Jacob. He has to choose whether or not he wants to attack with this Bloodbraid Elf. It has haste, and his opponent has nothing in play, so it may seem obvious that you would attack with it. But
he's fully expecting the return treatment.
Yeah, the Bloodbraid Elf could come back the other way, and then he just loses the Liliana. So here you might want to tick this Liliana up, just to block a Bloodbraid Elf, but he instead just chooses to pass, which is fine.
Right, Bloodbraid Elf into Abrupt Decay, into terminate your Bloodbraid Elf, attack your, yep, let's see what, oh, there's a Lingering Souls.
And this definitely favors Josh. Josh gets to kill this Liliana. It's a lot more value out of that Bloodbraid Elf. It's an extra 3/2, basically. Oh, but another Bloodbraid Elf from Jacob Wilson finds a Terminate. And that Terminate, I'm guessing it's going to get aimed at a Spirit.
At 1 Spirit, yeah, absolutely. And then you get to attack for 6.
Yeah, especially with Josh at 12.
Without a profitable block. Nope.
Instead goes for the, yep. Ooh, but he has the Deathrite Shaman, okay.
And is that the last card in his hand? Is he empty?
He
sure looks it.
May be empty, yeah. Josh is not empty, and he has Lingering Souls in his graveyard. Yeah, so Jacob, it looks like he mulliganed upon the play here. An Inquisition. It's a Thoughtseize and a Tarmogoyf. Going to nab that Tarmogoyf.
Yep.
At this point, the Thoughtseize is a dead card. Jacob and Josh both just playing off the top. Josh definitely with the onboard advantage. But Jacob ahead in life total enough that he can definitely make something happen if given the opportunity. All right. So it's going to take 5 drains for Jacob to kill Josh. And there's enough fodder in the graveyards for that to happen, but I don't think we're going to get to 5 drains. Deathrite Shaman, just so versatile. We've said it before, we'll say it again. It's a card that really had a breakout performance at Pro Tour Return to Ravnica, and here we're seeing, you know, it's a bird of paradise. It drains your opponent's health. It gains you life.
It's interesting. He keeps the 2 spirit tokens back and attacks with Treetop Village and Tarmogoyf.
This is a nice attack by Josh because it means that with Jacob on no cards, Jacob has no profitable attack back. So he expects Jacob to be a strong player, and a strong player isn't going to want their guy to not be attacking or blocking. So the Bloodbraid Elf's likely going to trade with the Treetop Village here, leaving Josh Lane on Tarmogoyf and 2 spirits to Jacob Wilson's Deathrite Shaman. And that's really the only option Jacob Wilson has here. They're the only reasonable option.
Right.
Yeah, so the Bloodbraid Elf's getting away the Treetop Village. Yeah, so Josh going down to 7 here. Yeah, so I believe Jacob took 10 there, or took 5 there, going to 10. It looks like Josh drew Liliana with the bell. Just taking this game over.
Yep, he's like, Shaman go bye-bye. Now he has to gain on some life.
Yeah, so
but he had drawn a Terminate, so he kills the Tarmogoyf.
if he can find a Lingering Souls here, he's back in this game, but
draws his card, arranges his mana. Lessons learned from... Okay, let's see if he looked at his card yet.
I don't know. Yes, he did look at his card. Josh plussing that Liliana.
Meaning he gets to kill the next creature.
Yep, that has a free Edict on a stick sitting in play right now. Would terminate there for Josh. These are some interesting games between these Jund decks. It really just grinds out. Especially now that there's Lingering Souls in the deck, it's really hard to just run somebody over.
Yeah, it really does give you a lot of time to reposition yourself in the game.
And angle yourself properly, do everything you need to. Josh taking the opportunity to use that Liliana to his advantage. The Raging Ravine. Not the worst draw step, but Josh does have a Terminate, so definitely not where he wants to be, although he doesn't know it. Jump down to 4 now. Lingering Souls. It's about the best thing that could have been drawn there. Well, Bloodbraid Elf into Lingering Souls might have been a little bit better.
Bituminous Blast into Bloodbraid Elf into Lingering Souls.
Yes, that would be ideal. The ideal draw step.
AKA standard a couple years ago.
Yeah. If that format had Lingering Souls, it probably would have been much better, actually.
Yeah.
It was a pretty good format. I liked it.
Activate the Ravine.
And I think you just send with everybody? You can leave 2 back if you want? Okay, he leaves 2 back.
What would have happened if he just attacked with all of them there?
What?
What would have happened if he'd attacked with all of them?
That's what I was saying. I like the all of them attack, but the all of them attack isn't as safe.
Sure.
Like you lose to Bolt with the all of them attack.
Bolt you to 3.
Ooh. He must have another Bolt.
The Bolt that he's a slow roller here.
Yeah, he does. He does. What's the only reason why he would have only attacked with 1 the turn before? There's no other reason why I would have done it. I told you. That was a little bit of a brutal slow roll.
Jacob Wilson comes back that game to take game 1 of the finals against Josh Utter Layton.
And no fear, the slow roll, it is within his range to slow roll a platinum level pro. That was incredible. All right,
And that win brought to you by Lingering Souls.
Very true. And both of them were lingering their souls about.
So what do you think about this notion that some people have put forth on Twitter that the deck should be called Jundering Souls?
That's just too long.
Rashad says no. Jake's kind of non-committally, waffly political answer.
No, I'll just give a flat out no.
All right.
We can come up with a different name for it if you want.
I actually kind of like Spirit Jund.
I think Spirit Jund is good.
Tells me exactly what it is.
It's Jund with Lingering
Souls. In line
Souls.
with the new school thinking on deck names.
And we no longer name our deck names after foods and or cereals or...
Speak for yourself. I start with the deck name and work backwards. Warriors of Mimeoplasm. Let's go.
Warriors of Mimeoplasm. What's the name of this deck? Not Real Pizza. And Not Real Pizza is just dominating this PTQ season. It's too good.
That would actually be a fine deck name for a combo deck. Cold Pizza.
Cold Pizza?
Named after, since combo decks are generally named after breakfasts.
Cold Pizza is probably my most commonly eaten breakfast. In there. They don't have like $8 pie specials in the morning. You need to get it the night before. All right, so Josh Utter Layton on the play for game 2. He's been on the trot a lot here this tournament, and we've been seeing him come back.
Yeah.
Able to win, no problem. And this is it. This is what it all comes down to. Josh Utter-Leyton, still no Grand Prix trophy, despite a ton of work.
So just give you a little bit of background from Jacob Wilson, looking up his profile in the coverage. You can see this yourself. 17, he's from San Francisco. He's a student and a tennis coach. Top 12, 13, his last 3 GPs, Columbus, Boston, and San Jose. He has 2 Pro Tour appearances in 2012.
Oh, wow.
And he said he's a Mox top 8er. And he's playing this deck because Josh Utter-Leyton recommended it to him.
Oh, so Josh Utter-Leyton gave him the deck, and now he's up against Josh Utter-Leyton in the finals?
Yes, yes.
Pretty awesome.
He said his best matchups, the best matchups for the deck are the Mirror, Birthing Pod, and most creature decks. And his worst matchup is Tron.
See? Oh, but he beat Tron in the quarterfinals. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, he did.
All right, here we are. Game 2.
And 5-time Grand Prix top 8 competitor, 3-time Pro Tour top 8 competitor, former U.S. national champion Josh Utter-Leyton will be on the play.
Yeah, that's a nice resume there.
Yeah. And that's all in really kind of
a really short,
a small handful of years. Yeah.
Yeah. Past 4 years basically.
Yeah.
Like well on track to be one of the all-time greats. If he can continue with a Pro Tour top 8 every year, he'll be there. See Olivia Voldaren in hand for Josh Utter-Leyton. Jacob Wilson going to lead things off with the Thoughtseize. Both of these players probably bringing in their Ancient Grudges. They know that the other player is going to bring in the Batterskull.
So Josh, the sideboard for these guys is an Ancient Grudge, 2 Batterskull, a Grim Lavamancer, a Maelstrom Pulse, 2 Olivia Voldarens, a Metamorph, 3 Rakdos Charms, 2 Rule of Law, and a Shatterstorm, and 2 Shatterstorm.
So I think here they're probably bringing in 1 copy of Ancient Grudge, both Batterskulls, Olivia Voldaren. That's it.
Dark Confidant got Thoughtseized and was promptly replaced by another.
That's your another one right off the top. Jacob Wilson probably not thrilled.
Probably going to see an abrupt decay here.
Yeah. And hopefully for Jacob, he has the Spell Removal spell, and there it is. Lots of return to Ravnica Golgari rares in these decks. Jacob Wilson now staring down a Tarmogoyf from Josh Utter-Leyton. Plays a Dark Confidant. Now he knows that his opponent had Ancient Grudge, Olivia Voldaren, and Batterskull in hand, so this Dark Confidant is safe. And he knows that unless Josh had drawn a card off the top, the Dark Confidant was safe.
Draws a Phyrexian Metamorph.
Great answer to the Olivia Voldaren.
A Tarmogoyf for my Tarmogoyf to bounce off of.
But Jacob Wilson just at 9 now, so he may be content to trade the Confidant for Goyf by putting Goyf Confidant
double blocking.
Yeah. Josh Layton choked on managed a little bit. Yep. And the double block for Jacob Wilson goes down. Josh Layton gonna kill this Confidant. Or he may just let the deal damage to the Goyf and let the Confidant live.
No. No.
Nobody does that anymore.
No. And certainly not Josh Layton. Remember, because of Josh Layton, there's a universe with no Batman. Very cautious.
Right.
Very cautious.
But if he had like a Bolt, he could have had Jacob at 2, and maybe if he didn't...
If he had a Bolt, he'd just blow him out there, right? Or Terminate, or an Abrupt Decay, or...
Well, Bolt, not quite good enough.
Yeah, not quite.
But, Bolt, you could just deal damage to the Goyf.
You're just 2 for 2 then, yeah. There's the Olivia.
And Olivia Voldaren comes down. Jacob Wilson has the Metamorph in hand that he needs, but the problem is this Metamorph, that's gonna put him down to 3. And with this Verdant Catacombs, that's gonna put him down to 2. Being at 2 is not where you want to be against a deck that has Lightning Bolt. It seems like Jacob Wilson's life total just dwindled down too quickly here. Always nice when 2 friends face off in the top 8 of a tournament. And he's going to need to play this Metamorph. Unless he has some other sort of spot removal spell that can kill Olivia.
And the reason to play the Metamorph is Olivia Voldaren's a legend.
Yes.
Copy it. 2 of them disappear in a cloud of smoke.
They will both die immediately. It's hard, though. He is a Bloodbraid Elf. He could spin the wheel. Oof. All right. Going down to 3 here. If you're going to 3, you might as well go to 1, right? Because what's the difference, really?
I guess 1 spirit token being able to get through.
I mean, yes, that's definitely the big problem. Yes, a Metamorph is going to deal with that Olivia. Jacob going down to 1. Jacob Wilson now. 1. Attacking.
Very aggressive.
Play another Tarmogoyf.
Here comes Batterskull.
Yeah, Batterskull hitting the table. I believe Jacob has a Batterskull of his own, too. But Josh has the Ancient Grudge.
So someone suggested calling this deck Spirit Jund Dune Brood Nephilim Jund, since it has no blue. I'm rejecting this suggestion.
Dune Brood Jund?
Dune Brood Jund I might be able to get behind. Bloodbraid Elf hoping to flip up an Ancient Grudge or a Maelstrom Pulse.
That'll do just fine. And I mean, it seems like he's gotta attack with the Goyfs and then jump with Bloodbraid, right?
I think so. I mean, the Goyfs have to be, what, 5 here? Artifact, Planeswalker, land, instant sorcery, creature. They're 6s.
Yeah. So if you crash with both Goyfs, then I mean, you know that the only card Josh has in hand is Ancient Grudge, and then you have Ravine in play. So.
Yep.
All right, Jacob in the tank a little bit here.
You can't attack with one Goyf.
So 9 plus. Well, if Josh Layton draws a blank next turn, then he's dead anyway to the Ravine attack. So Jacob can just attack with everything if Josh doesn't do anything on his main phase. So maybe it's just safer to just not attack with anything. That's what he's trying to figure out. Whereas if he attacks with both Goyfs here, and then Josh happens to draw a removal spell, then Josh wins. So I think the safe play is just passing the turn. Yeah, and
Emulates his mentor.
Ooh, Josh draws a blank, so Josh can't play that Overgrown Tomb now. Because if Josh plays the Overgrown Tomb, then Jacob knows that he won the game.
Because he knows the Ancient Grudge is in hand.
Yeah.
Right? His best play here is some sort of threat of backbreaking removal spell.
And let's see if Jacob activates that Rage Ravine and sends. So Planeswalker, sorcery, instant, land, creature, artifact. So it's 6 power. So send with everybody, and that's it. Jacob Wilson is your Grand Prix Chicago champion, everybody.
Oh my gosh! Congratulations, Jacob Wilson.
Incredible.
That was amazing.
He played so well, like master. Well done, Jacob Wilson. He's 17. That's scary. He's like got to study for the SATs.
Keep an eye on what this guy does. I mean, he's obviously a little bitter for Josh. He's like, what should I play? I don't know. How about this Spirit Gen deck? Okay, see you in the finals, and I'll beat you. But you see those guys having a good laugh about it over there.
Oh, yeah.
Scott Vargas, Josh Layton.